Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Wraith here, back with another video. Now, I know I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks now, and the reason for that is honestly just because I wasn't really enjoying this season that much. Just wasn't finding it that much fun. I didn't really like how they cut the shotgun damage down to 1.5. That honestly really killed it for me, as well as the water just made it super frustrating for me. But overall, like, I started getting used to it, and I've just been playing here or there. Like, I've been working full time, so like slowly getting back into it, and I'm starting to feel a lot more confident again, kind of picking back up right where I left off. Obviously, kind of mechanics and everything have gone downhill just a tad, but hey, we're getting back up there. But in today's video, as a comeback, I've decided to make a basically tutorial on how to improve your aim updated. So if you're looking forward to this video, make sure you slap a like button on it, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button because I will be getting back into the regular uploads here. So if you're looking forward to that, like I said, make sure you subscribe, and let's get right into today's video. So for the first map today, basically when I'm inside the map, the code will be on the top of the screen, or you can just look at the code right now. But it is Scavic's aim training map. Now, I've made a video on Scavic's aim training map basically every single season, just because it is so solid, and he updates it every single season with new maps. This one actually is in collaboration with Mongrel and Destiny Jesus, I'm pretty sure. So then they helped him actually create a couple of drills that they thought would help improve aim as well. So trust me, you are definitely going to be improving your aim. So I'll basically show you guys the ones that I like to do. So the first one is reaction FPS, and all you're doing is clicking start and basically just following the kind of bot with your shotgun and just flicking on him. Now obviously I'm pretty sure you guys can tell, but this is really good for reaction time, as well as kind of basically your flicking, because the old one wasn't as good, but this one basically you're not just moving your mouse just a tad left and right, but sometimes they can come out of those far right ones or far left ones, and there's 4 different ways to come, so you're actually practicing flicking quite a bit. Now, in my opinion, I find just flicking and then flicking back to the center is the best way, but you can kind of do whatever you feel, right? You can keep your crosshair on the bot after you kill him. You can even edit a piece or whatever. Then there's the Tower Frenzy place, where again, it's similar to basically the last one. You can kind of optimize a little bit to your start. You go medium range, long range, close range. So I'll do the reaction FPS one for around 3 to 4 minutes, and I'll do maybe like a minute or 30 seconds of the close range, minute to 30 seconds or mid range for the Tower Frenzy, and then minute to 30 seconds for long range. It all kind of depends. Normally I'll do this if I'm just warming up. I'll do it for like a minute or two. If I'm actually grinding my aim and practicing, I will put in a lot more time. Like I'll do like 10 minutes of each one. So this next one is popcorn, and same thing, is basically you optimize it with your close range, long range, short range, and basically all it is just tracking the bots as they go up and down, or the zombies as they go up and down. And then the same thing goes if I'm just practicing, I will maybe spend 10 minutes on this. If I'm warming up, I'll maybe spend 1 or 2, right? It all kind of depends what you're doing. If you're actually practicing, spend more time and actually focus on improving and making sure your crosshairs following the zombies the entire time. But yeah, this one is definitely an interesting one. I find it pretty good, pretty solid. You can change, obviously, to kind of find a little bit more comfortable. You can use your SMG. Obviously, you're not going to hit as much damage, but it is really good for just tracking your SMG or your overall crosshair placement. But again, it all kind of depends what you want to do. That's why I really enjoy this map, is because there's so many optimizations that you can choose, whether it's close range, long range, mid range, what gun you use, etc. Right? So now the next one I normally do is just horizontal, and this is the Mongrel classic that you see him do all the time when he's practicing to improve his aim. It's basically the zombie just moves from left to right, and all you're doing is keeping your crosshair tracked on him the entire time. So now what you can do is you can do tap firing, basically letting your crosshair reset every single time. Personally, I just like kind of letting Bloom do my work. I just want to make sure my crosshair's on the zombie the entire time. Obviously, sometimes I'll have a little bit worse luck and I'll barely hit any single shots, even if my crosshair's right on the zombie. Then obviously sometimes I'll hit literally only headshots. It all kind of depends on Bloom, but as long as your crosshair's just right on the target, it obviously will improve your chances way more. Like, as you can see, a couple 49s there and then just none, right? So it all kind of depends. But yeah, again, same thing with the rest of the ones. You can kind of switch them off from long range, close range, mid range, kind of figure out what you want to practice. You can use your SMG, you can use your AR. If you'd like, you can even use your TAC, but obviously for these I more recommend your long distance tracking or close range tracking. But this one's one of my favorite, and obviously Mongrel does as well, and so many pros do it, so pretty solid as well. So now the last one I'm going to show you guys for this one is the Bounce 180. I don't do this one too often. I don't know, I'm not personally a big fan of it, but I do see a lot of pro players do it. So if you guys want to do this one, you can too. And obviously there's a ton of maps I didn't show. These are just the ones I personally use. But yeah, just doing this like for 5 minutes every single day, each map will actually help improve your aim. Or if not, just warming up is a really good way. So now the next one is an aim duel, and basically, again, code on the top of the screen. And again, this is a really good way just to warm up, doing 2 SMGs, 2 shotgun rounds, or whatever you want to do. Or if you're really trying to practice your aim, actually grinding them and doing like 6 or 7 shotgun ones or 6 and 7 SMG ones. Now this one, like I said, my tracking and all that kind of stuff isn't the greatest, just because I haven't been grinding, to be honest. But yeah, this is a really good way. You can just get a buddy, you can find people on Discord, you can literally find 1 or 2 people, I guarantee you. Even if you don't have anyone who plays Fortnite anymore, or never had anyone who played Fortnite anymore, you can literally just find people through Discord, through your server, and you can just practice using your shotgun shots, your SMG shots, whatever it is. I personally recommend doing a bit of both. Just it's a really good way to actually get like a moving target instead of just like the zombies who's in a like specific motion. If you really want to help improve your aim, make sure that you get that your partner like jumping and moving around, just so it's not the same motion the entire time. So the last map, and this one's a really good one, shout out to It's Jarian for providing this one for me. I've used Tito's map before, but I didn't see this one before actually It's Jarian's video. But I'll basically be showing you guys what I kind of do to get warmed up or improve my editing / aiming. And this one is kind of a mix of both. It's like kind of it's basically editing and then shooting. So the first one is just the Mongol classic, where you edit the wall and throw a ramp in and then edit the ramp. I'm sure all of you guys know how to do this. This is basically one of the most basic kind of edits people learn, or like kind of combinations people learn against fighting players, is taking their wall, throwing a ramp or cone in. And like I said, similar with everything, you want to try different things. For one time, for example, do, like I said, middle, or like I showed, middle peek, maybe do a top right corner peek, or throw a cone in sometimes, like, right? Like, if you mess up, it's not a big deal. Just try different things. Get yourself in uncomfortable scenarios where you may not be making that edit a ton of times, but when you do it in game, you want to be able to do it, right? If you ever have to make a right corner peek and throw a ramp in, you don't want to be messing up in game, right? So just trying different things, making sure you feel comfortable. If you have to re-edit on the zombie, just because obviously shotguns don't do as much damage anymore, it's not a big deal. Just do it. Who cares? But yeah, just doing this one, just getting through the motions. And again, not only does this help your editing, but it also really does help your aiming, just because you're flicking right onto the zombie or the bot, and it's a little bit more reliable, in my opinion, or more used. So this one I again saw off It's Jarian's video. Now basically what the point of this one is just to flip your ramp, phase through it, and then basically shoot the zombie, like I'll show you in this next one. But in my opinion, I don't really like just doing that. I like doing different things. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what It's Jarian says and Tito says. But I like doing a whole different type of things, like maybe faking an edit, or maybe rotating half the ramp and then taking the wall, or like whatever the case is, right? Just doing different things I find is so good, because if you're just doing the same move over and over again, you're just going to be a one-trick pony. And if you do that once in game, most people are smart enough to realize that, oh, he's going to do it again, right? So just doing some weird edits, different edits. Obviously you want to stick to the main ones. Like, don't do something too insane and just practice that for 30 minutes that you're never going to do in game. But just try doing different things, and I guarantee you'll actually see improvement in your overall aiming as well as editing in this part. So now this next one is a really fun one. It's probably my favorite one. It's basically where you edit, do a 180 flick, and then try and hit the bot. It may not be the most practical one in the world ever, but personally I really enjoy it, just because I like doing the 180 flicks, and I think they look pretty cool, especially if you can hit it in game. They're definitely pretty sick. And don't worry, again, same thing, if you don't kill the zombie, not a big deal. You're pretty far away from it, you probably won't be able to hit more than 100 damage, but just get in that routine of kind of flicking your mouse or flicking your controller right onto that bot, and trust me, it will help your flicking overall so much more. Now this last one I'm going to show, this one It's Jarian showed as well, and it's basically just a kind of a left and right hand peek. Similar to what I've been saying for the entire time, don't just do the same peek over and over again. Practice different edits. Practice actually using your shoulder peek, because if you're just doing a right hand peek and you like he has the right hand shoulder, well then he's getting the advantage, right? So making sure your corner is like properly hidden, or your shoulder is properly hidden, and then shooting the damage will give you so much more time, as well as like less of a chance for them to hit you. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you slap a like button on it, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, use creator code WraithFN in the item shop, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are happy for me to be back, and we'll be making bangers soon, so stick around guys. Have a good one.